So everyone listening right now, if I had to give you one piece of advice that if you did this, it can change your life, like just basically listen to this and forget everything else I'm saying, because this is the best thing you can do. So when people are trying to think about what they want for their future, we say things like, I want this much money in my bank. I want this home. I want to live like this. I want this many holidays. And it's very like goal driven, but the product of the goals. And we can often be quite clear on that. And I like to change it up a bit. I say to people, okay, if in, say, 2 years, you could have your dream life, what would your time look like, right? So what time would you wake up? What would you do next? What time would you eat breakfast? Who would you be with? When do you sit at a laptop? When do you have a coffee? When do you go to the gym? Like, schedule out your perfect week, right? As if it's happening tomorrow, right? So you can go on Google Calendar. And Google Calendar, I love it because you can edit it super quick and put in blocks how your ideal week would be. Ideal, like no barrier to what's possible. Just do whatever feels right. So you fill that week in. Then on the next slide, do what your current calendar is. Like spend a week, recording what you actually do. Now, there's no secret. If you want the ideal life that you've just created, you have to look at where you currently are and make changes incrementally. There's a statistic that says if you are 1% better every day, just 1%, like if today you can run a mile and then tomorrow you can run 1.01 of a mile, if you do that every day, do you know how many times better you will be by the end of the year? Have a guess.
Well, 10 miles. Oh, by the end of the year.
End of the year. If you're just 1% better every day.
You'd be doing 30 miles a day, no?
You're really close. You'll be 37 times better, right? So, for example, rather than thinking, I want to be a millionaire, I need to have $1 million idea. If I gave you, $1,000, right? Your challenge is tomorrow for that to be $1,010. Your next day's challenge is to be 1% more than that, 1% more than that. And after a year, you'll have $37,000 just from $1,000.
Yep.
Well, the same is true of your time. So if you know where you want to be and you know where you're at, you just have to 1% better every day for a year. So for me, at the start of every year, I plan how I want the end of my year to look like on a daily basis. Do I ever get there? No. Do I move towards it? Yes. Every 3 months, do I have to audit and check in on myself and be like, Phil, you thought you wanted to wake up at 7, but that doesn't work. You need to wake up early if you want to do this. You've got to constantly edit your goals and, change that. So in relation to, is my day fully structured? I try my best to live to a structure. However,
is it planned out before?
It's planned on a weekly basis. Yeah.
It's calendared in my calendar. Are you planning out a week like on a Sunday night, or you sit down every Sunday for an hour and you plan out that week based on what you're going to do?
Yes. So on a weekly basis, I will be like shopping on that day. I'll be like, you need to do these many classes in the gym. But sometimes, got to be reactive. On a Thursday, I'm like, I'm tired. I can't go to the gym today. I don't feel like it. So I'm responsive to that. And the next week I try to adapt the calendar again to constantly iterate and get better. The thing is, as I said, every plan needs to build in flexibility so that if you don't meet your plan, you're not like, I'm shit, I'm dumb.
You don't feel depressed.
Yeah, because people I see it time and time again. And coaches are the worst for putting pressure on their clients like this. They'll be like, okay, let's plan out your action plan for the year.
That's too much.
It's too much. Like, have some flexibility, have some intentions. The other trick that I do is I write down just a bullet point list of 20 things that I want to do that week. If I can do 1 or 2 or 3 of them, that's great. I just move the other 17 to the next week and add to that list again. And, you've got to have some flexibility in there. I'm coaching my brother at the moment.
Yep.
And every day I set him a new tiny challenge. It will be like, for example, I'll notice he will have drank 2 liters of water. I'm like, okay, today your new challenge is, can you drink 2.5 liters? And I never move to the next challenge until he's completed the other one. So it's a great way of rather than giving him 100 challenges in one go, he won't do any of them. It's like, just commit to this one thing every day. And he's learning, and he's developing really quick. And, I told him by the end of the year, you will have lost 60 kilos. And he's a big guy. So you would have lost 60 kilos. And thinking about 60 kilos, he probably wouldn't start because it's too big. But if we break it down into, can you commit to just drinking 1 liter more?
Yep.
Easy to do. Next day, can you eat equal amount of protein to carbs? Yeah, I can do that. Next day, can you eat 1 piece of green vegetable in your breakfast? Yes, I can. Over the course of a year, 365 little edits. Again, 37 times better.
Yeah, and it's just those, like, also that the saying at, what is it, at 99 degrees Celsius, water doesn't boil, and then you add that extra degree and
boom.
Oh,
exactly.
Same concept. And it also sounds in terms, you're applying this from to time and saying, okay, every day if I increase 1% over a year is 37%. It's also kind of the principles of like understanding compound interest in finance.
Exactly. Warren Buffett
Yeah.
says, like, the best thing, no matter what financial advice you have and you receive and economic understanding you have, compound interest cumulatively over time beats anything.
Yes.
So if we apply that to finances, why wouldn't we apply that to health? And if we apply that to health, why wouldn't we apply that to business? And if we apply it to business, why wouldn't we apply that to our friendships? Like, it's what you do consistently over time that will make the difference.
For full episodes, visit our YouTube channel, Fruiting Body Podcast.